The Spectator Club. It is an essay written by Richard Steele. Richard Steele has run a magazine called The Spectator in the year 1710 of 18th century. Richard has a good friend called Joseph Addison. Both of them have contributed to the magazine The Spectator, but this essay is particularly written by the author Richard Steele. When you're talking about the Spectator Club, there is a difference between the Spectator and the Spectator Club. The Spectator represents a magazine or a newspaper which has only one page in which Richard Steele and Addison have contributed their ideas or opinions about the society of London people. Here, Richard Steele has contributed in this essay, The Spectator Club, with 6 number of characters. Those characters are not real persons but imaginary characters that you are going to have in the following slides. Like there will be 6 members who are all imaginary characters only, and each of them has a different kind of unique character, how by which a unique character leading the lives. That could be very interesting to read this essay for the readers. And before we are going to access the 6 members in the Spectator Club, we should understand by reading the life and career of Richard Steele. He was an Irish writer and he is a playwright, a politician, and he is often remembered as a co-founder of this magazine called The Spectator with his friend Joseph Addison. His first work is The Christian Hero, written in the year 1701. And he also gave a preface to Addison's 1716 comedy play, The Drummer. So, The Drummer was written by Joseph Addison, to which Richard Steele has contributed a preface in the year 1716. And The Tatler, Steele's first journal. Before he launched The Spectator along with Joseph Addison, he launched the magazine or the journal called The Tatler. This was the first journal was launched by both of them, and in the year 1709, April 12. And what is interesting to note that this journal would be published in a week, and on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturdays. So only on 3 days this journal would be published in a week. I think that I given 3 times, which means on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. And he was given a minor role in the novel called The History of Henry Esmond by William Makepeace Thackeray. So what William Makepeace Thackeray has written, that the novel called The History of Henry Esmond, in which Steele was given a minor role, where he was played a minor role. Then Steele only wrote more essays than Joseph Addison. So even though Richard Steele and Addison had been a good friend, but Steele has only written a more number of essays in comparison to his friend Joseph Addison. Example, in 271 essays, totally there are 271 essays written by Steele and Joseph Addison. Among the 271, Steele has written 188 essays, whereas Addison has written only 42 essays. Also, both of them have collaborated in the number of works. The number of work is 36. So, both of them have contributed together in the 36 works. And Addison contributed to the Tatler. It is widely regarded as a Steele. Though Addison has contributed to the Tatler as well, but it is widely regarded as Steele work. People believe that the Tatler is launched and contributed only by Richard Steele, not Addison. And this, we shall be coming into the main point, that what the Spectator Club. The Spectator Club has, I already told that there are 6 members who are all imaginary characters. Each character represents a particular walk of life. They have a particular style in their lives. Those particular lives only have been portrayed in that essay, the essay which the Spectator Club. And if you are looking into the life of those 6 members, those lifestyle would be reflected from the English society. You could understand that this is the life that the English people are leading in London. The first member you are going to see, that Sir Roger de Coverley. He is a very important member. He is from the district of Worcestershire. Worcestershire is a district in London, and When you're talking about the personal life of Sir Roger de Cavalli, he's disappointed in love after he's been failed in love making with the widow. With widow, he fell in love, and later it was failed. Since then, he is not interested in to dress up neatly. He wears only same coat because on the day he met the widow, he wore that same coat. Since he was failed to marry the widow, he didn't change any coat. He had only one coat. That the same coat that he wore on the day he met her. Though he overcame the depression because of the love failure, he got normalcy very soon, and then he did not like to follow fashionable dress. He is not interested to follow what other people are living in current. He always lives in past, and he also inclined to the traditional or very old looking style. Then he calls his servants working in his home by calling their own names, because he seems to be respecting even the servants working in his home. He solves all the problems happening around his house. Then one day he explained a Game Act. The Game Act is nothing but a legal document which forbids not to kill the wild animals. Since people don't understand about the legal document and it is language, Roger de Cavalli had beautifully explained about the legal document called the Game Act. So people had praised his intelligent. So what we should understand that though Game Act language or the document, the content in the document is very easy to read, but people have failed to understand because they are poor in their knowledge. The second member we are going to talk here, that a student of law is not interested in law but in dramas. Only his father compelled him to study law, but this student has not shown any interest to study law, but he is interested in developing drama skills. Though he refused to meet Littleton and Coke, both of them had been known for being good judges and attorney. He did not care to seek any guidance from those people in order to develop their law field. He only followed Aristotle, Longinus. They are known for literary criticism. So what we are going to understand that the student of law is becoming a critic like Aristotle, Longinus, and not becoming as Littleton and Coke as judges. But ironically, what father thinks that his son has a good knowledge in law, and whenever he wants to solve any problem like marriage articles, leases, and tenures, he would approach his own son in order to solve the problem. But he later found that his son is not having such a good knowledge to solve those problems. He went to a nearby attorney to solve the problems by paying money. Then his son became a good critic of ANSI literature. He's not become a lawyer, but he became a good critic of ANSI literature and spent most of his time in watching dramas at theatre. Whenever he is visiting, is going to watch any theatre performance, the actor would very carefully perform, because this student would find any mistake in their acting. So they are very carefully acting on the stage. It is an advantage for the other audience to enjoy the performances without any flaw in their acting. Then we are going to talk about the third member is Andrew Freeport. He always thinks that the British Empire has been developed only because of trading with other countries, other neighbor countries, and not of war. Though the British has waged a number of wars nearby countries, but this is not developed by war, not by war, but by trading with other countries. Andrew Freeport was not interested to gain money from other countries. Because he is so economical, he is not interested to spend too much of money. He says that penny saved is penny gained. So if you have not spent 1 rupee and you kept in a pocket, which is understood that it is gained for the future, and it is what it shows that he is such a witty person. Whenever he talks to the people will praise his witty and his intelligent words. Andrew Freeport, he doesn't like to travel all over the countries, whereas other people would travel all over the countries because in order to gain money. Since Andrew Freeport is not interested to gain money, he never traveled to any countries in his ship. Then we are going to talk about the fourth member is Captain Sentry. He took part in many battles, but his superiors did not promote him. Here, what we are going to understand that Captain Sentry has participated in many battles, but he was remained a soldier only. He was not promoted by his superior. The reason was that he is failed to flatter them. So only when he flatters his superiors, the superior will help Captain Sentry to promote from the position. But he was remained soldier because he did not flatter anybody. And he is good at narrating military adventures, unlike others who are obsequious towards superiors. Here, what you are going to understand that Captain Sentry is good at narrating good adventurous stories, military adventurous stories, but his co-soldiers are not interested to narrate such adventurous stories. They are always interested to being a slave or obedient to the superiors. They always want to be like slave people to the superiors. This is the difference between the Captain Sentry and other soldiers. And the fifth members we are going to talk about is Will Honeycomb. He is a very handsome and young man. He always gives attention to physical fitness so that he would be looking very smart. And he talks much about the French king's mistress influenced the hairstyle of English woman. Here, Will Honeycomb has given his attention over the hairstyle of English woman. The English woman has have been influence of a French king's mistress. So there is a French king mistress, the wife of French king has been influenced of the hairstyle of English woman. And he talks about the Duke of Monmouth and Lord. And still calls Will Honeycomb as well-bred fine gentleman. So it is an ironic one. He is not like a gentleman, though he is physically a handsome person. He talks about women's characters, women's interest, and he talks about the Duke of Monmouth and other lords. He is not at all a gentleman, but he ironically calls him that well-bred fine gentleman. It may be understood that he gives a comic sense. And the last or the sixth member that we are going to talk in this essay is the clergyman. Honesty and good breeding. He is an honest and good person. Since he is frail in his physique, he did not aspire for any promotions in his works because any time he would die. That is why he is not interested to promote from low position to high position. And what you should understand that he is eloquent in talking divine topics. So he is good speaker in discussing about the divine topics like God's miracle, God's power. And the last is he is attacked by weakness, which means he has a number of diseases. One day he was lying on the bed and he's near to die. He says that I'm happy to die because I'm going to heaven very soon. So only by dying one can reach heaven. So he's not worrying that he's going to die, but he's very happy that he is going to die so that he would be traveling to heaven.